sidewalk and the right lane closed at the north tower. Getting calls from the KCBS phone force confirming that the situation appears to have been resolved. The lanes have been reopened. Just a lot of heavy residual traffic. We will keep an eye on that. Your next update 218 on the traffic meter, KCBS. KCBS Bay Area weather forecast. We have damp conditions. A little bit of drizzle. The big story, of course, is the waves at the coast. That high surf warning is going to stay in effect at the coast till 3 a.m. tomorrow. Then rain comes back into the forecast by midday tomorrow with showers and a chance of thunder showers lingering into Saturday morning. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on all news 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. This portion of the News Watch is sponsored by Alexa, California.
For a new year, the dazzles are bringing the savings at Lucky. Right now, fresh boneless skinless chicken breasts are just $1.97 a pound in the Mac Pack. And green or red seedless grapes are $1.97 a pound. With fresh and festive deals, here's to a happy new year from Lucky.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffer cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the Jane Paris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-217-1155. That's 800-217-1155. 800-217-1155.
Wesley had IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Coming after my house, my car. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were great people. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-298-3904. 800-298-3904. Optima Tax Relief. For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'm Ian Mason, KCBS Food Shop. For Chef Pedro Barossa, Parker, Palm Springs.
We take our own grapefruits and we squeeze them nicely. We use a nice vodka to mix with, and this is one of our eats. The second one I would say that is the most popular is the Paloma, traditional, that we do our twist with our citrus, and of course tequila is the base, and these I think are the two main cocktails I would recommend to pair with it.
More in the Parker story, KCBSRadio.com, and click on the new channel.
We have more now on the Thursday afternoon News Watch.
BART is trying out new fare gauge at the West Oakland station. Part of a plan to replace gauge at all stations by the summer of 2025 for the cost of $90 million. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillard took a look and talked with commuters about what they think.
The new gates are tall and reach almost to the ground. Only a skinny little kid could fit underneath. And the doors open away from you, nearly silently, after you swipe the Clipper card.
Good idea. I see so many fare jumpers here. I'm glad they're doing something about it.
What do you think of the design?
It's a little bit kind of New Yorkish.
That's not a compliment coming from regular commuter Stephen Shen. BART spokeswoman Anna Duckworth said they're testing different models here. One made out of clear fiberglass, another of perforated metal, to see which is sturdier and easiest to clean.
It's going to be really difficult to climb over, crawl under, push through.
I saw at least 2 people try to exit here and then turn around and get back on the train. BART staff said people also tried to jump the staircase railings to get out. Dangerous. But that means the pilot has successfully pointed out all the ways stations will have to be reconfigured for the new gate. In West Oakland, I'm Raquel Maria Dillard, KCBS.
And Chinese, Filipino, and Latino communities offered representatives throwing full support behind Mayor London Breed after a local restaurateur's rap video surfaced criticizing her city leadership. He says the video was in response to repeated burglaries and has since apologized on social media. KCBS's Jade Hernandez has more from one reverend who organized a pro-breed support panel calling for unity.
Owning a restaurant in San Francisco is tough.
I actually used to own a restaurant. I was vandalized only one time, but that was one time it was too much, and I closed it in 2018.
Leanna Louie is a San Franciscan and an activist. We met outside Third Baptist Church on McAllister Street, where Reverend Amos Brown gathered representatives from surrounding communities to condemn restaurant owner Chino Gang, whose music video surfaced criticizing Mayor London Breed and her lack of city leadership.
He was burglarized and vandalized 7 times in the last few years. That's a lot.
Gang has since apologized for bad-mouthing the mayor, but in his social media apology, he indicated he was threatened to do so. Reverend Brown says Yang shouldn't have mentioned being pressured. Brown's church is located just 2 blocks away from Yang's eatery, Con the Food, and he says Breed has done too much for the community for disrespect. Another one of Breed's supporters, Jeff Lee with SF Cause, agrees. But Yang says in his Instagram apology, he also has his constitutional rights. Jade Hernandez, KCBS.
We're going to check out the KCBS Sports Line in 1 minute.
To start this new year right, Bill and Kathleen from American Vision Windows are on a mission to serve you.
I get joy. I can't wait to see the next customer.
I am 23 years later very energized about what we sell. We love people.
That's why we've literally given half of the company back to the employees. Those installers that come to your house, they want to live up to that. That's a white glove treatment.
To make your new year happier, Anlin Windows is offering $25 rebates for every window and $100 for every door. American Vision Windows will double it. It's our huge holiday savings. Never before has American Vision Windows doubled a manufacturer rebate. Call today and get free installation, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for all of 2024. Call 888-347-0711 or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Message received. Do you want to remit?
For all offers, callers see website for details. Unapproved credit offer expires 12/31/2023. CSLB number 7783226.
Coming up on KCBS, a live look at the dangerous ways off of Santa Cruz County as multiple jurisdictions, including Capitola, evacuate.
Do you want to remit?
KCBS News Time 2:15.
And we are heading over to the KCBS Sports Desk where we find Matt Pitts. Let me talk some football. Talking a little Brock Purdy getting ready to just move on mentally and otherwise from that game on Christmas night. It was the worst game of his still very young pro career. Game with the entire world watching Monday Night Football Christmas night, a matchup billed as a possible Super Bowl preview. Those 4 interceptions in a 33-19 loss.
Inappropriate. He's trying to cause an accident right there.
Purdy today calling it a learning experience.
That's not how you drive. And for someone who's supposedly disabled,
being a quarterback in this league when things are going
a
well.
lot of people fake
People can say some great things and
documents like
you
that.
buy into it a little bit.
It's
But, man, you gotta put your head down, go to work, have that chip on your shoulder still, and still prove to yourself that you gotta continue to show your teammates that you're the guy week in and week out.
Message received. Do you want to remit?
Another crack at the Ravens. He said he still likes the game plan that the 49ers went into the game with and takes the blame for the poor execution reflected in the 4 interceptions. But again, admits
Message received.
the Ravens.
Do you want to
Wouldn't
remit?
get that until the start of February in the Super Bowl.
See him again down the road. Obviously, we'd be excited to play him and all that, but we're just taking it one day at a time, and we'll see how it all goes.
On to Maryland, where the Washington Commanders call home for a 10 a.m. kickoff coming up on Sunday, Week 16, second to last regular season game on the schedule for the 49ers. Warriors are back home tonight, and they will be there for a while. This is the start of a 7-game home stand for the Dubs. They'll take on the Miami Heat, who are 18-12, good team. Every year they're good. Eric Spoelstra might be the best coach in the NBA, second only to Steve Kerr. I'm being serious. Miami, super good, super strong, super athletic. The Warriors, despite the Christmas Day loss, have still won 5 of their last 6, and they've won 8 straight at home, looking to run the home win streak to 9 tonight. At Sports Desk, Matt Pittman, KCBS.
Your floors can go from clean to dirty fast. From juice spills to muddy paw prints to little sticky finger marks. Good thing your Swiffer WetJet works fast too. Swiffer WetJet easily cleans everyday messes as quick as they happen. The next mess is right around the corner. So grab your Swiffer WetJet and just spray, push, all clean.
Don't miss out on limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. For a limited time, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, get an additional 20% off in-store clearance appliances. Hurry, these deals are too good to last long. Shop in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows deals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 12/28/23 to 1/3/24. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
KCBS News Time 2:18. We've got a new problem for the Golden Gate Bridge. We're going to check it out with Kim Vessel and your local Honda dealer's traffic time.
A rough start to our afternoon. We had a medical emergency last hour. A person in distress on the sidewalk. Lanes were blocked, but that situation has been resolved. We were in the middle of recovering from the delays. You're approaching down to San Francisco, bumper to bumper, and now we have a crash. We saw it backing up all over again. Then got a call from a member of the KCBS phone force. That would have been Daniel, I believe, and there's a crash at the end of the span there in the Vista Point area. So it's bumper to bumper all over again, unfortunately. Northbound. Southbound is fine. Bay Bridge is fine. We certainly see a good amount of traffic coming and going from downtown San Francisco. And now here's a problem slowing your ride to the Caldecott Tunnel. A big rig just broke down. Eastbound 24 in the right bore. It's stalled out. Left lane, right bore, backing up traffic into Oakland. This could turn into a problem if we can't get that rig moving. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're also posting updates. Into kind of a busy afternoon. It's supposed to be a nice, easy, breezy holiday week, but that's what it's looking like right now. Follow us on X, KCBS AM/FM traffic. Next update through 28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And your KCBS 6-day forecast. Cloudy, drizzle today. Big storyline though in the forecast is a high surf warning that is already causing some damage and flooding along the Santa Cruz County coastline. Places like Capitola getting hit hard again for the second year in a row. There's another system moving into the Bay Area tomorrow with more measurable rain compared to earlier this week. It will arrive midday tomorrow with rain and wind, and that's going to turn to scattered showers for your Saturday morning. And there is a chance of a thunderstorm as well. Cloudy though and dry for your New Year's Eve, and dry for the first day of 2024 Monday. Clouds thicken on Tuesday, and it'll be rainy and breezy again for your Wednesday. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Our Thursday afternoon news watch continues.
As we've been telling you, there's a high surf warning for Bay Area coastal areas, and communities in Santa Cruz County are being hit particularly hard. Evacuation warnings are in place on the coast, and it has been extended to Capitola Village because there's flooding in a number of areas around Santa Cruz County. For more, we are joined live on the KCBS Rain Central News Line by Mark Woodward. He has been taking pictures of the surf today on X under the handle @NativeSantaCruz. And Mark, thank you so much for your time. I know you're really busy.
Oh, you're welcome, Brett.
I gotta say, we love seeing your pictures through your lens. But especially today, because it's pretty important and it could save some lives. How does this compare, what you've been seeing and documenting through your lens, compared to this time last year?
Well, the storm last year, actually last winter, was in the middle of January of this year. The waves looked to be a little bit bigger, and there was a lot more driftwood in the water that was being used as battering rams, and I think that's what caused a lot of damage, like in Capitola and to the Capitola Wharf in different areas. But today's, while maybe slightly smaller waves, it's definitely done some damage and made a mess out of a lot of things.
About an hour ago, you took a picture of a line of people on West Cliff Drive, and you tweeted that you've never seen so many people there before. Tell us, set up that scene for us.
So that was actually at Lighthouse Point alongside Steamer Lane, and I saw one or two surfers in the water that should have been. There's been countless water rescues along West Cliff Drive today, but literally for maybe 2 miles, that's what it looked like, just a solid line of people lining the fences and walkways, just watching the amazing waves. I mean, they're so spectacular. You could feel some of them when they hit the cliffs.
You know, you talk about the evacuations, and you've heard the sirens, and you've seen some of them in action. Are officers or law enforcement agencies telling people to move away? Because that line of people at West Cliff Drive is just amazing. You couldn't even see the horizon. There were so many people.
At that particular point, they were not asking them to stay away. There were other places that they actually closed off the walkways and the roadway to people just because waves were breaking over the road. And earlier this morning, before I was on West Cliff, there was actually a few places where they had rocks as big as basketballs that were in the roadway that were being tossed up by the waves. As you probably know, they're still rebuilding a number of sections of West Cliff Drive, and I checked those out today, and they've all been, you can't get close to them, and I would guess there's probably some additional damage in those areas because the surf was so intense.
Mark, what are your plans for the rest of the afternoon? What have you heard? What do you want to get pictures of? I mean, what's the next hot spot for you?
This is probably going to do it for today. I've been out doing photographs from the city of Santa Cruz, West Cliff, the Wharf, East Cliff Drive, and Capitola, and now back in Santa Cruz since about 7:30 this morning. So I think it's time for me to get home and get some dry socks on because when I was in Capitola, my feet did unfortunately get wet even though it was a block inland, but the surf was racing up the side streets.
Well, stay dry, Mark, and be safe. And again, really appreciate your photos. Not only are they spectacular, but they are very important to the series standpoint as well. Mark Woodward, he's been taking pictures of surf all day today on X under the handle @NativeSantaCruz.
We're going to turn our attention from the surf to Wall Street. Home buying interest is picking up. We've got Jason Brooks on the Money Watch.
Pending home sales remained flat in November as falling mortgage rates weren't enough to spark a big jump in demand, with sales down more than 5% compared to a year ago. The National Association of Realtors reports that signed contracts for home purchases rose more than 4% in the West from October, the best monthly performance of any region, although pending sales in the West were down nearly 5% from a year earlier. NAR chief economist Lawrence Yoon says although declining mortgage rates did not induce more homebuyers to submit formal contracts in November, it has sparked a surge in interest, as evidenced by a higher number of lockbox openings. Wall Street was mixed today as the tech sector weakened, with crypto stocks pulling back and Tesla shares falling by more than 3%. That weighed on the NASDAQ, finishing lower by 4 points, while the Dow gained 53 and the S&P finished higher by 1 point. Price of oil settled lower by more than $2. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate prescriptions apply. See website for details and important information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands to treat ED at up to 95% off. That's right, the same active ingredient as the brand name for 95% less. It's the same ED medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
The holiday season is a time of giving, and as always, Stevens Creek Subaru wants to give back. Purchase or lease any new Subaru vehicle from Stevens Creek Subaru from now until January 2nd, and Subaru will donate $250 to a select national charity of your choice. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now at Stevens Creek Subaru. In addition, Stevens Creek Subaru will add another $75 for charity. In 2008, Subaru of America has proudly donated more than $256 million to more than 2,100 national and local charities. And if that's not enough, buy or lease any new Subaru from Stevens Creek Subaru between now and December 31st and receive 2 Sierra and Tahoe season passes from Subaru of America. For information on Subaru's 4 national charities, call Stevens Creek Subaru at 408-984-2001.
So get a great deal on a new Subaru and have a donation made in your name. It's a win-win for Stevens Creek Subaru. We're easy to find on Stevens Creek Boulevard, just off of Winchester, near Santana Row in San Jose, or online at StevensCreekSubaru.com. That's StevensCreekSubaru.com. Buckle up and drive safely.
Since first opening its doors in 1964, Fremont Bank has approached banking with a simple idea in mind. Growth comes one customer at a time. You see, while some institutions might be on the lookout for the next big thing. We like to think that's what you'll be. And when you achieve great things, it leads to success throughout the community. It also allows us to continue our tradition of giving back to the region. It's a strategy that's proven successful for nearly 60 years, and we expect to continue success for years to come. Fremont Bank, putting the community in community banking.
We have traffic and weather together on KCBS at 2:28, and Cam is taking us through the travels around the Bay Area. You want to go back to the Golden Gate Bridge? That's a hot spot?
I do. We have a couple hot spots, but that is much heavier than normal. You're